Halloween, with its spooky costumes and sweet treats, has a history stretching back centuries. Its origins lie in the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, celebrated on October 31st. The Celts, who lived 2,000 years ago in what is now Ireland, Britain, and northern France, marked this date as their New Year's Eve. Samhain was a liminal time, when the boundary between the living and the dead was believed to be thin. The Celts believed that on this night, ghosts of the dead returned to the earthly realm. People lit bonfires and wore costumes, often made from animal skins to ward off these spirits. They also made offerings of food and drink to appease them. Samhain was not just a time of fear, but also a time of celebration. It marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. It was an opportunity to reflect on the past year and to look ahead to the future. The festival was filled with feasting, music, and storytelling. As Christianity spread throughout Europe, it began to absorb and adapt pagan traditions. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory IV designated November 1st as a day to honor all Christian saints, known as All Saints' Day or All Hallows' Day. The evening before All Saints' Day, October 31st, became known as All Hallows' Eve, which later evolved into Halloween. This merging of Christian and pagan traditions helped to shape the holiday we know today. While All Saints' Day was dedicated to honoring the saints, All Hallows' Eve maintained some of the spooky traditions of Samhain. People continued to believe that the veil between the worlds was thin on this night. They also continued to light bonfires, wear costumes, and tell stories about ghosts and spirits. One of the most iconic symbols of Halloween is the jack-o'-lantern. But these grinning gourds didn't start with pumpkins. The tradition originated in Ireland, where people carved turnips and other root vegetables into lanterns. These lanterns were often carved with grotesque faces to ward off evil spirits. The name jack-o'-lantern comes from an Irish folktale about a man named Stingy Jack. According to legend, Jack tricked the devil and, as punishment, was forced to wander the earth eternally with only a burning coal inside a carved turnip to light his way. When Irish immigrants came to America, they brought the jack-o'-lantern tradition with them. They discovered that pumpkins, native to North America, were easier to carve than turnips. And thus, the jack-o'-lantern as we know it was born. Section 4. Trick or Treat. From ancient appeasement to modern-day merriment. The tradition of trick-or-treating also has its roots in ancient customs. During Samhain, people would leave food and drink offerings on their doorsteps to appease wandering spirits. Some believe that this practice evolved into the medieval tradition of souling. On All Souls' Day, November 2nd, poor people would go door to door singing songs and praying for the souls of the dead in exchange for food or money. They would often carry lanterns made from hollowed-out turnips, which may have contributed to the evolution of the jack-o'-lantern. Over time, these practices transformed into the more lighthearted tradition of trick-or-treating that we know today. The threat of mischief or tricks was added later, perhaps as a way to encourage generosity. Section 5. The sweet taste of Halloween candy corn and other treats. No Halloween celebration is complete without candy. While candy corn might seem like a modern invention, it actually dates back to the 1880s. This tri-colored confection was originally called chicken feed due to its resemblance to kernels of corn. Candy corn's popularity soared in the early 20th century, becoming a staple of Halloween celebrations. Other popular Halloween candies like caramel apples and candy bars also emerged around this time, further solidifying the holiday's association with sweets. The tradition of giving out candy on Halloween likely evolved from the earlier customs of offering food to spirits and solars. It also reflects the playful and celebratory nature of the holiday, where even the spookiest creatures can be appeased with a sweet treat. Section 6. Halloween's voyage across the Atlantic, from Old World traditions to American celebration. Halloween was not widely celebrated in the United States until the 19th century. Waves of Irish and Scottish immigrants arriving in America brought their traditions with them, including Halloween customs. These immigrants helped to popularize the celebration of Halloween, which gradually spread across the country. By the 1920s, Halloween had become a major commercial holiday in the United States. Costume parties, trick-or-treating, and haunted attractions gained widespread popularity. Today, Halloween is one of the most popular holidays in the United States, celebrated by people of all ages. From its ancient origins as a Celtic festival to its modern incarnation as a celebration of all things spooky and sweet, Halloween continues to evolve and adapt. The holiday's enduring appeal lies in its unique blend of pagan and Christian traditions, its association with the supernatural, and its enduring capacity for fun and frightful festivities.